given the bike haven't got a dash anymore, we had to build a new dash. So we might just go through some of the building blocks that we've identified as a rider.
Awesome.
I'm not the rider. I'm just I'm just doing it, following your leads. So some of the things that we were talking about, we're really interested in is tyre pressure, G-force braking, acceleration, lean angle. We want to monitor tyre temperatures. We also want to measure exhaust temperature and a whole stack of information that's coming through from the electric motor, the KTM's new ECU that we're going to put in. That's that MaxxECU Sport that we're talking about there. We're also talked about putting together a bit of a circuit map and GPS tracking so you can align all the performance data with curves around the track in real time on your screen.
Awesome.
So,
all right, so here we have the dash, right?
Yeah, absolutely we do. This is the 9-inch Nexian touch screen. That's going to display all the data we're going to gather. As you can see, this comes from a couple of points in there. Underneath this is an Arduino Mega. This is just a terminal shield, which allows me to have screw terminals in rather than plug terminals, make it a bit more reliable on a vibrating motorbike. Okay, so the inputs that we have working around the bike, we got exhaust gas temperature, which will come straight into a little K-type thermocouple amplifier. That goes straight into the Arduino. This one here is you phrased it as the rider temperature. Is your scare temperature?
The potential, the puckometer.
Puckometer, that's the puckometer. I like that one. Yeah, it goes the puckometer into the megameter.
Yeah, from the rider straight
from
to
the rider. Exactly, 100% the way that works. Yep. We've got two Bluetooth sensors that go into front and back tires. They then communicate to this little device in here, which is called an ESP32. It has many things that it does, but one of the wonderful features of it is that it talks Bluetooth, and you can pick up remote Bluetooth sensors, dissect the packet through the Arduino, and display it on the screen.
Awesome.
So we've also now got these little devices here, which are infrared sensors. So they're close proximity and mounted about 20 millimeters or so from the tire. They can read a little 10-centimeter strip. So if you need to move it away, if you want a bigger strip, I'm not quite sure how we're going to work that one out yet.
So this is like front wheel, center, front left, and front right.
Exactly, yeah. Front, back. That's lovely.
Awesome.
And they then go through the ESP. Sorry, no, they go in through a separate port, not the ESP. So that's a separate connection. This one is a recent addition to a thought that I had that you thought was reasonably okay. It's a GPS.
Yeah, you mean awesome.
Awesome. Okay, so my thought here was that we would actually. The front screen on the display, we might throw up the course map that you're racing on the day, and we just put the GPS coordinates of the track layout. And the GPS will then pick up your longitude, latitude in real time from satellite information, and will display a little dot on the screen and follow the track as you go. And the nice thing about that is that we'll also be collecting data on tyre pressures, tyre temperatures, exhaust manifold temperatures, and a whole range of engine performance stuff.
We've got the gyro, so we've got lean angle sensors, G-forces, everything, all being recorded as well.
Yes, that's exactly right. Yeah, lean angle, that's another chip in here. That's also talking to the Arduino, to the Mega device as well. So,
awesome.
So they're all the bits, and of course, all the engine stuff comes in via the two CAN buses, which is this one here. That's one, and that one behind all this wiring there, that's the second one. And then we'll be able to, on another page, we'll be able to pick up engine performance issues, any fault codes that come up, any
engine revs, all the basic things too.
100%. Yeah, exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as long as mass airflow, fuel pressure, manifold pressure, all of that vital signs. So when you come later on and we want to check to see how tuning went on the bike, we can then just map down through all that data, and that'll include all your performance, your riding data
as well,
which you can then relate to the actual course itself.
Yeah.
So
really cool.
That's the whole
really
idea
cool.
behind this dash.
Okay, so we've got a custom design this Nexus display to display all this information.
Yeah, 100%.
How we want it, how we're going to use it. So that's basically going to be the work.
Yeah.
Over the next few weeks, I guess, as we put this bike together with these peripherals.
Yeah, exactly.
Collect the data, and we basically work out how we want to display it.
Yeah, that's right.
And then start designing those interfaces.
Yeah, yeah. So the only other thing that that's not here just yet is, well, I want to collect that data and write it to a memory card of some sort, so that we can analyze it off track ourselves in some quiet moments.
Yep.
So what's coming is a micro SD shield which will plug onto the top of this.
Yep.
And it'll have a remote micro SD ribbon, and we can put a memory card in that, and all of that data we just talked about will ride line by line by line into a separate file we can actually go through later on.
Wow. Okay.
Cool. And I suppose where we're up to with it all is that we've programmed the ESP32, so it can now see the data, and we've actually made a little mock-up of the screen just to display the journey of that data from Bluetooth to there to the Mega across the display. So we know that process works. We've reprogrammed the addresses of all these 6 sensors because they all talk on the same connection bus.
Yeah.
So they've all been done. So they're just ready now to get a housing made and put them on the bike. And we've also tested the temperature sensors via the amplifier onto the screen. So all of that process now works. So the only thing we haven't actually tested is the GPS. That'll be next. And when the micro SD card turns up, the process of opening a file, writing the data to a file, closing the file, and have a look at that. So
yeah, cool.
So we're at the pointy end of that, which is great.
Yeah, really cool. Really cool. Okay, so there's a lot of work in all of this. Obviously, just getting all this working has been a lot of work.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
it's a couple of weeks. So, this moving forward. So this ties into the rest of the project. We've got the engine starting in the next couple of weeks as well.
Yeah.
So that means we've got the MaxxECU coming online.
Yeah.
With the engine just naturally aspirated, basic tune.
That's it. That's the aim. Yeah, because we've never run the engine before yet.
No.
We had problems with the original ECU, as you know. So we just jumped straight into the MaxxECU. So we want to get the MaxxECU dovetailed into the bike harness. The plugs are all done. I've done all that, and I've mapped out a pin-for-pin migration plan. So that's the next piece. But because it actually mounts all on the fuel tank, finish off the fuel tank, mount the fuel tank, mount the MaxxECU, blend in the wiring harness to the bike harness, finish the dash, and then we can start the motor and get it running as a normal bike with a new dash. Yeah, that's the aim. Okay. G'day, Ben. Welcome back to the garage. And you were talking before about you were doing a bit of work on the screen.
Yeah. Yep. So I've done an initial build just to test the layout, a bit of the look. So we discussed that we needed a bootloader screen because you're talking about we need to allow the Kelly controller to build up some capacity before we drop the load on it. A bit of pre-charge time.
About 10, 15 seconds of that.
Yeah. So I built a loading screen and then a launch button that then triggers the relay for that power to engage on the Kelly controller once it's pre-charged. Cool. And I've just done some experimenting with dash layout. So just incorporating the features we've got and getting it to look and display and have a look. So I'll give you a quick look and just a teaser.
Okay.
All right.
So tell us what you're doing. Yeah, the screen's blank at the moment.
Yeah, blank. So we've loaded up the screen and the dash. So basically what I'll do is I'll just connect power and you'll see it run through the boot cycle. So this is the loading screen.
That is ridiculous. Is that?
That's got to be fun, right?
Oh, absolutely.
All right, so we've got the RCDC dash. This is the preloader. So basically, while that was all doing that, the Kelly controller was
pre-charging all the internals and stuff. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, and now we can hit launch, and it will initialize the bike. So
okay.
This probably isn't the startup screen, but what we're looking at here is a telemetry screen. So we're going to have GPS tracking for the track that we're going to be riding at. I'll probably pre-break down sectors for the track, and so I can see split times and gear. So this is just fun things for me to work on rider performance.
Nice.
The main dash is going to be this one here. So a real nice.
Look at that.
Lots of information.
So how are we going to flick across to that while you're riding?
We'll have the touch screen available, but that's probably not going to what we will use. So we're going to repurpose some of the controls from the old riding controls. So basically it'll be I think it's the high beam or the light switch on one side.
Yeah.
And I think maybe the horn. Yeah, the horn is the other one. So one will be left and one will be right.
And so they'll operate the screen.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So we can flick through the screen. So so the tires that we've got here. So we've got tire temperatures left, center, and right. So the left one, obviously we've got 5 sensors. So the left will be the left 2 sensors averaged. The center is the center 3 averaged, and the right is the right 2 averaged.
Oh, very nice.
So that way we get a good feel for tire temperatures on
a progressive gradient across the face.
Absolutely.
As you lean and stuff. Oh,
yeah.
Makes
so that way
sense.
I can't blame the tires when I crash. Because I know they're at temperature.
Yeah. Well, the other number there, G-forces left and right's going to tell the whole story.
It will.
When you slide off the track.
It will. And in all honesty, I'm curious to see how the G-force readers is going to go as I come in and out of corners. I'll know that once I'm sliding, once I'm pushing, obviously, you've got throttle and power delivery and all sorts of things that result in sliding. But at least G-force allows me to know that if I'm reaching peak G-forces, then I'm balancing the bike well, I'm using throttle control well, and if I'm losing grip before then it's something else going on. It's not, I'm not going too fast through the corner.
And with tire temperatures, you can tell whether it's temperature too high, too low.
That's right.
Pressure's too high, too low. Yeah.
Too much throttle.
Very nice.
Too much braking, anything like that. Yeah. So yeah, cool. So that's a first layout dash. So I'll start working on data feeds and getting all these active.
Beautiful. Okay, so that's a summary,
yep.
And it's a watch this space till next week.
Yeah, we're both pretty busy this week though, so I think it might be about 2 weeks, I think, before we get some good progress.
Yeah, true. That's right. You were saying we got this weekend coming up. We got bucket loads on. A bit of a distraction, but anyway, we'll do what we can.
Yep.